From Las Vegas, Sandy Kastel and friends.
Welcome to Sandy Kastel and Friends, produced by Michael Leonetti. Sandy Kastel has been entertaining audiences for years on stage, screen, radio, and television. And for the next 60 minutes, she'll be talking with local and international performers, artists, authors, celebrities, and more, with special features like women in music and arts, shopping at Smith's, cooking with Chef Michael, and staying fit and fabulous forever. Now, let's bring on the host. Here is Sandy Kastel.
Good morning, everybody. It's Chef Michael.
Your voice has changed.
Yes, I have. She'll be here any second. Anyway, in the studio today, I got to tell you something. Yesterday, I want to thank all those. I didn't mean to make everybody feel sentimental. It was just one of those days for me. I just was so happy. And I came in, and Brian said to me, he said, Mike, we had other phone calls that came in, and I said, the show touched everybody. You know, Italian people, okay, I only can speak from my own culture and my own race, okay? Italian people, we're very, very passionate people. You know what I'm trying to say? You go to any Italian funeral and you'll see what I'm trying to say to you. You know what I mean? Because I used to, my father was an undertaker, and I would go, I was the one that at the end of the funeral, people would come up and say, friends, family, nieces, nephews, cousins, immediate family. I would be in tears, and my father would say, what the hell's wrong with you? Stop it, he would say to me. But I have a thing called empathy.
Yes.
Empathy is when you feel the pain of someone else. I used to say this to somebody before, it was a long time ago. If I take you to a funeral, me and you, we go to a funeral. We don't know anybody. We don't know the deceased. We don't have a clue who's who. But we turn around and we go in there, and somebody, watch the person who passed away. We stay there for an hour and a half. We walk out the door. I look at you and say, what do you want to do? You say, let me go home. I'm depressed. A week later, we go to a wedding. We don't know the bride. We don't know the groom. We don't know nobody. And we're watching the people do the adarandel, and we're watching the people do the Mexican hot dance, the hokey pokey. Remember, you put your left foot in, your left foot out, your left foot. Uh-oh, here comes Sandy. There she is. Oh, how pretty. How pretty. How pretty.
Good morning.
Good morning, good morning. The best to you each morning. What a rehearsal last night. Sandy sounded great. That was the last rehearsal. Jimmy Mellodor's listening in. He said, say something. He said, say something nice about me. I always say something nice about him. Hi, Jimmy.
I'll say something nice about him. He was playing that Giant Steps last night.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you, my dad's like, why is he playing Giant Steps? Is that crowd really going to like this song? He goes, I can't imagine that they would. I'm like, Dad, it's cool. It's jazz. The thing of it is you've got different audiences, and we're a show band. And but on Sunday night, we are going to be doing a big band.
Oh, yeah.
Big band.
Big band.
At Canyon Gate Country Club.
47-piece orchestra.
No, it's not 40. Not quite that big. We wouldn't have room for anybody to come and see us. But it's a 16-piece big band. Actually, 17 pieces, because we've got Santo Savino is with us.
Who?
Santo Savino. And so they were playing Giant Steps, and of course, what is it, a Coltrane song, right?
Yeah.
Right, it's a Coltrane song. And Ben was saying, he said, this is the epitome of a jazz song because it is brilliantly written. And he said it's it's just such a mathematical song. I go, I don't know what you mean. Well, there is, whatever. It's like every 2 bars, the chords change, right? So if you're improvising, you've got to change keys every 2 bars. Well, for any musician out there, they know what I'm talking about, but a lot of people don't know. But so it makes it a very cool thing, because normally we're used to hearing certain things. We're used to hearing like the chords changing, they might change every, 4 bar, whatever. It's like the key changes, but usually we have a song that is in the same key for the entire song. And here's a song that the key changes every single 2 bars.
Right.
It's amazing.
Well, before we go any further,
and it was very cool, way cool.
We all miss.
That's what I say about Jimmy Molidor. He's way cool.
We all missed Sandy yesterday.
Sure you did.
I did.
Yeah. I heard how great a show it was without me. No, actually, I was here at about 1:45 yesterday. Yes, I actually was. And because we had Minnie Driver.
Yeah.
That's
And what they did yesterday is they had an entire session where, I think it was a 3-hour session where she was somewhere else, she's in another location, and then she had about 20 radio stations that each got 10 minutes with her. So you had to be right on, or else they would cut you off at 10 minutes. Yeah. And of course the time slots changed a little bit. There's a few variations
she was calling
over
from
the
New
past
York?
week. Yeah, she was calling from New York.
I thought it was L.A.
Yeah, and so it was really great. And Tom Mazzetta, I have to thank you, Tom.
Thanks,
thank
Tommy.
you so much for all these great people that you're sending to our show, Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael.
Tommy.
I know you all missed that.
Tommy, when you come to Las Vegas, don't you announce me
It's
like
kinda
that, Sunday.
Here's Johnny.
Don't you announce me. Well, my father-in-law's going to announce me. Tom Mazzetta, if you're listening, when you come to Vegas,
Hey, Tommy.
I'm going to make you a beautiful Italian meal. You tell me what you want. You tell me what your grandmother cooked for you.
Your grandmother.
Your grandmother. I'll make it. But I had a great time last night. It was just a lot of fun. Ladies and gentlemen, stop.
Stop.
We don't have no more
Seats.
show tickets
I
left.
know. I got another call just a few minutes ago from somebody.
But I'm not going to turn nobody down. I'm not going to turn nobody down. Well, that's what I'm going to do.
Put bleachers in.
Here's the bottom line.
Bleachers in Canyon Gate. I think we should do it. We could open up the outside patio.
Here's the bottom line.
We might have to.
They cook for as many that we need. I'd say make it for 175.
Uh-oh.
And what happens is, when you do a banquet, being a chef, they make so much.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they're done.
And they're done. And when you got a set menu, you can't unless you're going to start making aglio or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for the people that want to come in, I'm just going to, we can't give them a dinner. So if they want to donate something to me, man, that's fine. If not, sit at the bar, have a great time, stand around, we'll give you a seat.
Yeah.
I ain't turning nobody down. This event, ladies and Gentiles, listen to me.
Of a lifetime.
This event is going to be spectacular. And I also want to make an apology to Flurry yesterday because I said the platters.
I know.
I'm
and
sorry,
it's the ink
Flurry.
spots. I know.
It's the ink spots.
I know.
But like I said, and what happens is we got about 14 numbers. I want to tell you something, folks. I've never been excited as much as I've been excited for this particular show.
Oh, yeah.
Only because you know what I mean? The energy of the show. And Jimmy Melodor said something.
And the musicians are excited about it.
And the musicians.
Because you've got Mark Giovi, you've got Peter Pavone, you've got yourself, me, Jimmy Molidor, Santo Savino.
Okay, but let's talk about, and I don't know all the names. I want to tell you something. Dick Kastel, my future father-in-law. All right, I love that old man. All right, I really do. I love him with all my heart. Yeah, you couldn't be that lucky, sister. You can laugh all you want. There's broads out there that want me. Trust me.
I know all the time. I hear about it. You tell me every single day.
How about if I say dames? How about I say dames? So anyway, I got to tell you something. Dick Kastel has played for the best.
Yes.
In his band. All right, and I joke with these guys because there's some of these guys are 80 years old. I'm telling you, or older. I'm going to tell you something. These guys may have died in 47,
but they're coming back.
But they're coming back
for Canyon Gate.
I got to tell you something. And I watched these old guys play, and I tell you, I said to Sandy, I was so concerned. John Stiles, I'm serious, because this show. There's one ballot in the whole show.
That's right.
And Mark Giovi, Jehovah Witnesses, whatever.
Hey.
All right. Mark Giovi, he's the only one that's going to sing a ballad. Every single song.
What about you? The song you just added to the thing, that's not considered a ballad?
Are you nuts?
Long Last Love?
Is it an earthquake?
I guess it's got a swing too.
Are you nuts? Anyway, my compliments to Gary Anderson, who absolutely wrote
Gary who?
Gary Anderson.
Gary who?
Gary Anderson.
Gary who?
Did I say it wrong?
No, say it again.
Gary Anderson.
We just want to give you a plug, Gary.
Yeah, buddy. This kid wrote an arrangement that's magnificentilio. It was great.
It was what?
Magnificentilio.
Magnificentilio.
Do you know who's in
Listen, you know what? What? Who's in your what?
Do you know who's in our audience today?
Who?
Ardeas, are very
In
special.
our audience, she's in the studio. She's
the
one
studio.
of our very special guest, Penny Wilson.
Right. She invited us before we had our own radio show.
Voice Guild. Is that right?
Yes.
Vegas,
Media Guilds International,
yes.
Vegas Voice Actors.
There you go.
On VANR.
And where's our vice president, our new vice president? She decided not to come?
You know, I didn't get it. I didn't know you wanted her to be here, so we got
sure.
another.
That's okay. We'll
person
have her
for
on
your
next
show.
week.
Okay,
Anyway, you look
perfect.
fabulous.
Oh well,
fabulous.
So you, my gosh.
Yeah.
see?
So we're going to talk a lot about what you guys are doing.
John, I
and
like
if
your
you're
dress.
just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel
Kastel
and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. We'll be right back after a message from our sponsors.
Way to start your day. This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. Here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. You know, Chef, I just want to say I was on my way to the studio this morning, and I was thinking about something that was said yesterday to you, and I guess I got distracted, and I just drove right past Rainbow, right past Jones, I got all the way down to Decatur before I realized I had gone past the studio. So, you know what I was thinking about?
Well, babe.
Well, you mentioned that Chris said something about, the band, it's your dad's band. They should be working for free, right? Remember he said that?
Chris Hines.
Chris
he's
Hines,
the, general
over
manager,
at Canyon Gate Country Club. And folks, I just got to say something about this. Okay. There's a lot of charitable organizations out there. And, we've got a lot of events that go on throughout the year. And a lot of times, people don't know out there in the audience. They don't know who's getting paid, who's not getting paid. Let me tell you, every time we have a charitable event, usually the band always gets paid. Now, who gets asked to play for or perform for free are the singers or the jugglers or the actors or the comedians. Now, but with some of these people, some of these events, some of the people are getting paid and some of them aren't. Okay?
Right.
We know this for a fact. We won't say which ones they are. But I was involved with a big organization a couple years ago. And I got to tell you, the charity organization pays a producer to produce these events. They take it out of their budget. Now, an organization like WEMA is really, very small to do something like this. But obviously, we've been actually taking out of our own pockets, to put together and pay for the bands to play for us at our different luncheons and events. So, in an effort to get out there and still raise funds for scholarships, which is great. But some of these big organizations have big budgets for such events. So, they might put out $200,000 on an event to raise money. Now, and then they get everybody, a lot of people donate things, and still some performers will donate their time. I know for a fact that Danny Gans, when he did stuff for the Children's Miracle Network every December, during the during the Miss America pageant, that would be when it was on in January. And he donated his time, but he paid his band. Okay, so Chris Hans, I called him, I left him a message, and I said, just for all you folks out there, not that it's really any concern of anybody's, but, I just don't want people to take it for granted that musicians, they'll work for free because they love what they're doing. Well, you know what, folks? It's a job. It's a job. The musicians that we have on this show on Sunday night have played with the legends. There are, like you said, a lot of these men are, in their 80s and up. We've got only about, 3 or 4 of them that are under 50 and under 40 maybe. We've got a couple that are really young. No, wait, let me finish this. And these guys have worked with the legends. They used to be in the orchestras, at the Frontier, at the Caesar's Palace, at the Hilton or the International, at all these hotels, the Sahara Hotel. And they used to make $750 for one instrument. $750 for one instrument. Yeah. And if they did a double, they made more. And if they did a triple, they played 3 or 4 instruments. So now what they do is they're out there, they're either doing these rehearsals out at Jim Hemming's studio, which is wonderful. And thank you so much, Jim, for donating your studio to us so that we can have free rehearsals as far as having to not pay for studio space. But we do pay our musicians for rehearsals and on top of what we're paying them for the event. So thank you so much, and thank you to everybody that does support and support these different charity events. But just so everybody knows, we are paying our people that are performing for us.
Now let me put
And
my
band.
$1.50 in.
Yeah, you put your dollar in.
With no interruptions from Penny Wilson.
2 cents.
Jerry Lewis,
Jerry Lewis.
the telethon.
Yeah.
Them guys would fight
Oh, to get
at the
on that
Musician
show.
Union Hall
to get job.
that gig.
That's right.
Because everybody got paid.
That's right.
And let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen, about Sandy and I. All right? Just to let you know. $35 a ticket.
Is low.
Wait a minute. Do you think that Canyon Gate Country Club gave us those dinners for free?
Nope.
We had to pay for each head. I'm not going to go into what we had to pay.
No.
So between
Plus
the
we're paying for the band and the performers.
Between paying the band, between paying everybody, between turning around, sound crew.
That's right.
2,500 just for the sound crew. Videographers.
That's right.
Photographers. Okay. The list is endless.
Yes.
We're in a whole 5,000. But here's the bottom line. We're doing a television show. I said to Sandy, your first impression's your last. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're coming out of the hole with a knockout punch.
That's right.
I don't care what it costs. Let's get in here and let's do it right. The problem with these people today, they want to go on the strip and they get a beautiful feeling. I'm performing at Caesars. I'm performing at these other places on the strip, and we're doing a tribute to this guy and a tribute to that guy. The room seats 1,700 people, and they wind up with 200 people a night, and their shows close. Let me tell you something, folks. Listen carefully. The tourists that come into Las Vegas do not know who I am, do not know who Sandy is. They want to see a search show. They'll pay $185 a ticket. But when you go to a local place, okay, and you got an entertainment, that's why we want to open up a supper club, to give these performers an opportunity to get their butts at our place. We're going to pay them. We pay well. We don't pay cheap. We pay well. That's why we get the people that we want. We don't want nothing for nothing. Because guess what? We want to do something. We like to get paid also as well.
Sure.
So the bottom line is, the supper club we open up, we have an opportunity to bring some great entertainers that are busting their back to go onto the strip. Do you understand? To say that live from the Venetian, live from the Riviera. Guess what, folks? Vegas has changed.
That's
all right? There's a there's millions of people in Las Vegas. The Tuscany is packed all the time.
Tuscany
all
Grill.
these little the Tap House, the Italian American Club. People go out to have a good time.
That's right. And they are starving for entertainment.
Starving for entertainment.
And the thing of it is yes. So what we're doing is we're bringing this, and also I have to say thank you to our supporters and our benefactors, our sponsors, who are helping us to pay for the band and pay for these things. Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
You know, because you say, well, we're 5,000 in the hole, and the thing of it is we have some great sponsors that are.
No, I understand that, but what I'm saying to you, San, for those people that are out there that say work for the door, shame on you.
Well,
stop
that's what
it.
we have to do.
Stop it. They got to stop it. You got the money. If you don't got the money to do that, close your friggin' doors. Stop it. These people, they spend $250,000 for restaurants, and they don't have money to advertise. They crack me up. We can't afford it. You can't afford it. Shut your doors. Stop it. You know what I mean?
So the bottom line is, come out and see us Sunday night at Canyon Gate Country Club, and for a terrific show. And it's going to be a sit-down dinner and a 17-piece big band with Mark Giovi, Peter Pavone, Michael Leonetti, Sandy Kastel, Santo Savino. Did I miss anybody?
Yes.
Dick Kastel.
Dick
Kastel, my father.
Jimmy Melodor.
And Jimmy Melodor.
I'll never hear the end of it. He'll call me after the show. You didn't mention my name.
Anyway, thank you so much. And thank you for all the supporters out there that go to WIMAfoundation.org. That's WIMA Foundation.org. Make a donation there, because we're giving out scholarships to artists of all ages through education, mentoring, and scholarships. That's what we are devoted to doing, and we appreciate all of your efforts to help us to achieve our dream. Now, Penny Wilson, we got Penny Wilson here.
Hi there.
Speaking of talent, oh my gosh, you are such an amazing talent. Voiceover, you're gorgeous, you're a model,
thank you so
actress.
much.
No, you do everything.
I just wanted to say off the cuff here, I have been to some of your events, in fact, several, and I can only tell you I've never seen such entertainment. Fabulous people, wonderful people, everyone.
I don't want this microphone to cover you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Cover your mic, cover your mouth there. Yeah,
But,
we can hear you. You can sit. Yeah, you're fine. Yeah.
okay, well-
So what are you working on right now?
Well, our show, Media Guilds International, brings Vegas voice actors to VegasAllNetRadio.com every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. And this being Halloween coming up shortly.
Yes.
All month long, it's been monsters and sketches and
The Walking
interviews
Dead.
and there is a 2-hour special that we're having on the 28th
Okay.
of this month at 7 p.m. And we just hope everybody will listen and see how much wonderful talent. We've got a lot of new talent.
So what are you going to do? You're going to have some of the voiceover people doing like a show, a
Oh
skit?
yeah, every week we do this, and believe me, the the studio was jammed on Tuesday night. We
Yeah.
had so many people coming in to do their part, and we have a lot of new ones with our group.
You know,
So-
Michael has a lot of great voices that he does.
Oh,
Yeah.
Michael.
Michael.
Yes.
Give us an example of some of the voices you do.
How do you like that one, folks?
What is that? The monk? The silent monk?
You're a pain in my ass this morning. I want you to know that. Jesus Christ.
Why? What?
You're a
What's the
ball
matter with
breaker
you?
today. Mamma mia, disgraziata questa, ma una tutta cosa.
Well, listen, you got to talk all day yesterday, so, you know.
I go home. I don't need
missed
the
it, you know.
grief. What's the trouble? Mashagan, Michael, Shoyin, Coil.
You know, speaking of which, Michael, I know you had everyone in tears at the end of the show yesterday. What was that all about? Oh my gosh, you were pouring your heart out.
No, I wasn't.
And I just want to say that
wasn't.
I had tears in my eyes
No, you
when
didn't.
I listened to it this morning.
I had tears in my eyes
Did
when you used my
post it
credit cards
yesterday?
to go
You didn't
buy
send me a
clothes.
text. I didn't get a text that said that you posted it.
I never send you a text.
Yeah, you do.
No, I just
No, it does. It automatically sends me a text. It didn't send me a text
we didn't
yesterday.
see it.
Yeah.
No,
So we got to look at
But
it.
Brian,
yeah.
Brian said something this morning. He said
What'd
he
he
got
say?
calls after the show.
Oh, really? What'd they say?
They were talking about how much they touched them.
Really? See?
yeah, but you know something? You gotta remember
I
something.
just want to say, Michael is such a sensitive guy.
I am. You know, it's really amazing. I am because what
He
that
is.
does, and I was that way all my life. That's why I couldn't be an undertaker for that reason.
Yeah, because he
I'm dead-
got so emotional.
I did. I'm not kidding. I would do that. You know, and that's what I say. Musicians,
sobbing into
we
the
love
roses.
we love people, but then on the other side, there's a side of me that ain't so nice. You know what I mean? There's that bull.
And if you're just tuning in now,
See what I mean? I
you're
can't
listening
get
to
a
Sandy
damn
Kastel and
word
Friends variety
in.
show.
What
with
the hell am I
Chef
doing?
Michael.
Call up 731-1230.
Give us a call back so you can get one of Chef Michael's recipes.
Fun. This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. Here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. I have to let you know, folks, I mean, yesterday it was Chef Michael's show. And Chef, you did... I know I keep calling you Chef, but you know, Michael, you did a wonderful job. I said, well, what do you need me for? Are you going to tell me? Maybe he doesn't.
Why do you even say such a stupid thing
No,
like
I'm
that?
serious. You did a great job. You
It
know,
doesn't make
and
any, but we're a team, and the
no,
bottom line
I know
is,
we are. I know we are. But I'm giving you accolades because you know you did a wonderful show, and I'm so proud of you because I remember 7 months now, John? About 7 months now that we've been on the air and together because I was on the air a couple years before that. But you know, when we first did, what happened is what triggered this whole thing, getting Chef Michael on here onto the radio show, was that we did shopping at Smith's, and we filmed it with David Taylor,
Yes.
and we put it's
As
out
a
on
pilot,
YouTube
as a pilot.
yeah, for the TV show, which got us sponsors and got us
Right.
interest in people that are backing us now for the TV show, which has worked. And he said, I've always had this idea, you know, that I wanted to do. And when I saw him behind, on the camera, and talking about these recipes. Now, I'd seen him cook, I'd seen him do all this, but when he was on air talking about the recipes at the same time that he's making them, and not skipping a beat, I had to squeeze in to get a few words in edgewise. But the idea, I just saw him and I said, Michael, you need to have your own, your own cooking show. And so then when we started this show back up, and Sandy Kastel and Friends, and we said, okay, let's do a little 10-minute segment with Chef Michael, and he'll do a recipe, and then he can go to work. Well, that 10-minute segment turned into half an hour, and then it turned into I listened back to the shows, and I listened to what he was doing, and the energy when he's on the show with me. Look, I loved doing my show before. We had a lot of listeners, we had a lot of fun. But there's a total different energy, and it reminded me of when I lived in LA, and I would drive that hour from Woodland Hills to downtown Los Angeles every day, and I'd be listening to the radio and listening to this team, of radio host, and it reminded me of that. And I said, wow, I really like this. Michael, I think you should do this the whole entire hour.
I got to say something in my defense.
In your defense?
In my defense.
You need your attorney?
What's that? My attorneys?
Yeah, would you like your attorneys?
Trust me, I'm lawyered up. I'm lawyered up.
You got them on all sides.
That's right, buddy. Feds, you name it, criminal, civil, I'm surrounded. You know what I mean? I got to tell you something. 35 years ago, it was about Mike Leonetti.
Yeah.
Today, at the age of 62 years old, all right? And I always mention my age.
You do?
I do. And I tell you why. Because there's guys my age out there.
Guy, but I really can't.
There's guys that are my age out there that are divorced. They lost their girlfriend. Their wife's passed away. They died of cancer. Whatever the case may be. They give up. They lose out. They say, nah, it's over for me.
That's right.
It's not. And today, it's not about me. It's about the person that I'm with, my significant other, which is Sandy. Okay? And if Sandy was not in my life, all right, I'm going to tell you up front, I wouldn't pursue, I'm going to be honest, I would not pursue a radio career.
He had set his drumsticks aside.
For 25 years, I put my drumsticks down.
Yeah.
Sandy, and I got to give her credit, Sandy was the one that says, Mike, get back in the ring.
Drug him out.
You know what I
I
mean?
said,
Get back
he said,
in
no, I just want to be behind the
listen,
scenes. I said, no.
It's like Rocky Marciano getting back in the ring. I'm 62. My prime, I'm done. You know what I mean? But God has blessed me to continue that talent like Tony Bennett. Has. He's the last one that's out there that still has a voice. He didn't lose.
That's right.
Tony didn't lose anything.
Yeah.
Okay? And Tony's pushing 90.
And that's a tough thing. When you're a performer, you're an entertainer, and you're a singer, and you start to lose your voice, it's devastating. And unfortunately, we've heard some of the performers out there drag it out just a little too long, that we're like, you sit there and you watch them, and you applaud because of who they are, the legends, and that they are legends in their time, and they made such an impact on us, and yet their voices have gone, and then you're applauding them, but you're also very sad for them, and speaking of voices,
and it's a lot of dedication for those singers. I don't think most people really understand what they have to go through
Peter Pavone,
to stay with it.
Peter Pavone is down at the where's he at? He's
Cortez.
at El Cortez.
Yes. El Cortez.
And this kid's working on a track.
Yeah. And to work with a big band, he's so excited.
He's excited.
Amazing,
and here's a casino that's got the money to put at least a 3-piece band behind this kid.
Hello.
You know what I mean? They want to, so even if he made $1,000 a week, you know what I mean? Fabulous. The bottom line is that it's a shame you got a casino that you got the money to put, and they don't want to do it. You want to play, kid? Here, give me a track. I'll give you $600-700 a week. You're going to play your 4 sets to get up here and sing. I don't care how good. Who the hell wants to watch one guy with a muzak behind him? People want to see entertainment. They want to see singers. They want to see musicians.
Well, he does do a lot of voices, which is good.
He's great, Pete.
And
he doesn't do me.
Penny also does a lot of voices, and it's interesting. And as a performer and as a voiceover person, you have to take care of your tool.
Yeah.
And the other day, last week, Michael lost his voice. Because he was he was at a sports event and he screamed so loudly that he destroyed, his voice for a few days.
And I was saying, stop it, Sandy, give me my credit cards back. Stop spending my money. And that's why I lost my voice.
Yeah, you and my
Minnie's on the phone.
Yeah. Oh, Mimi. Hi,
Minnie Pearl. Mini me.
Hi, Mimi. I'm sorry. I forgot you were there. How are you doing?
Your sister's Kazuni. But my favorite is linguine or spaghetti. We went to Roma's last night, Sandy.
Roma Deli, yes.
And I had a nice dish of spaghetti.
Yes.
Nice dish of spaghetti with meatballs.
And I had the stuffed pepper because I had just made them on Sunday, and I thought I liked what I cooked, and everything. I said I'd like to have another one, so I had one there yesterday.
Maybe have you seen Zena?
I will probably see her tomorrow. Tomorrow is usually our day to go to listen to music.
Where do you go? Where do you go tomorrow?
Music. We go to the event center, but of course on Mondays we'll go to Hemming's place to listen to the guys rehearse, and that's really fun. Yeah, that is a lot of fun, and looking forward to more good music, you guys.
Sunday
and
night.
Helping that.
Where are you going to be Sunday night, Mimi?
She's going to try.
Hey, Weema. Okay.
Tell Zena I got earplugs for her. So, you know how she is. She's a cantankerous old broad.
I know.
If it's too loud, she walks out the door, and she's worth billions.
I know. She buries out in the backyard.
You know what I mean? She's got more money than Carl Grasso, and I thought, and he's got money, mommy.
And also, I got to say, Zena has been very generous. She's got a great housekeeper that has really been devoted to her, and she's helping put her daughter through college, which is wonderful. And Zena's been a good friend to our family for a long time. So, love you, Zena. Look forward to seeing you Sunday night.
Love you, Zena, if you will.
Thank you, Mimi, for calling in, and we appreciate your support. And the Jazz Society, and I know you've got an event coming up on the 26th, and it's your big yearly picnic, annual picnic. And what time is it again? 7 p.m.?
No. 1:30 till 5:30.
Oh, wow, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
1:30 to 5. We never said the time before. 1:30 to 5 p.m. So it's in the afternoon.
Right.
Okay, and it's at the Winchester.
It's too hot, so it should be very comfortable and a lot of fun. We've got 4 groups playing, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
And it's at the Winchester Cultural Center, right?
Right, exactly. In the back lawn.
And that's over on Pecos, or is it Mojave?
And McLeod.
Oh, McLeod. Okay, Pecos, McLeod. Okay.
Right off of DI.
That's right. You just go down DI and then go north on Pecos, McLeod.
Well, I'm going to dedicate my opening number to you, Mimi, because
I'm going to be Minnie now?
Now he wants, because he has Minnie on the brain from yesterday.
Right.
Okay.
So I'm doing Long Last Love in honor of Buddy Greco with the exact same arrangement. Is it an earthquake or is? And I'm dedicating it to you, so you better wear something hot. And put your damn cane down.
Thanks, Mimi. We'll see you Sunday night. Okay,
darling.
All right, ciao.
We got Wendy.
Now we've got Wendy on the phone. Is this from Wendy from the mini storage place?
Yes, it is.
Hi, how are you?
Wendy.
Hi, I've been so busy I haven't been able to call in for you guys.
I know. We got to go see you this afternoon. We've got to pick up the stands, the band stands for Sunday night, and I've got to get the Manhassets too. So,
oh, good. Well, we're going to be here all day, and we're so excited.
Good. I hope I can find my key for my lock.
You're going to have to cut. If we can't find it, your husband's going to have to cut the lock and put a new one on there.
He'll have to cut the lock.
That's another $7 out of my bank account.
So listen, Wendy, I want to ask you, do you ever do any of those storage sales, like we see on TV?
We haven't yet so far this year since I've been here. But,
good.
We do have a couple that are ready for it. So we're just kind of waiting because we kind of like to work with the people.
It's not me, is it? Didn't I pay you this month?
No. Yeah, I mean, you did, but...
What?
You paid, but you're not in the storage auction, no.
Oh, good.
I wanted to ask you, is the show tickets working for you?
The show tickets are unbelievable. The people just are freaking out. They're like, this is awesome. We've never gotten show tickets from renting the storage before.
Isn't that amazing?
Well, we're looking forward for you and your husband to come there. And I got to tell you something. You two guys, I mean, whoever hired you, they really need to put you on the contract and give you a raise because, you do such a fantastic job. I mean, I really mean that. You are the very, very wonderful, wonderful people, and your husband, Grizzly Adams, is just a wonderful guy.
Give us your address again, Wendy, so for our listeners.
8140 West Sahara Avenue, right before Cimarron. And we are so excited to come on Sunday night. I got a new dress. Oh my gosh.
Excited.
It is so beautiful. And my husband's going to look super sharp. He's going to look a bit more like Brad Pitt.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll see you guys Sunday night, okay?
All right.
Thanks
Thank
a lot,
you.
Winnie.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Okay, so, I wanted to talk a little... Oh, is it a break again? All right, well, listen, if you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. We're just going to do a very quick, brief pause, and we'll be right back after a message from our sponsors.
This is Sandy Kastel and Friends. Here again, your host, Sandy Kastel.
Hi, and welcome back to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show with Chef Michael. Penny and I were talking on the break a little bit about some of the voices that she uses when they're doing the voiceovers and on their show Tuesday nights. And one of the voices is, down from the south.
Yes, darling, it is.
Yeah.
And we, there are so many people in our group that have a variety of voices, and there's some.
So how do you create a character? Tell us a little bit about the creating of a character. When you're doing voiceovers.
Okay, well, usually it comes in a sense from this what we are doing sketches, and Ms. Lugaris and Rick Bindhammer, who are the creative geniuses behind this group.
Oh yeah,
and,
Betty Lugaris is great.
So every week we have sometimes 6-7 of these skits actually that are done, and people. They have a few voices that they normally do, but then they come up. They just read this. They read the sketch and they say, "Okay, let me just try this." Well, our workshops are on Wednesday nights prior to the Tuesday night show, and we have so much fun with some of the crazy stuff that does come out. And
so, what's one of the funniest ones you've heard?
Oh, I have to say Rick Bindhammer comes up with some of the greatest things you've ever seen, and he is starting a theater over at on Water Street soon.
Yes?
I know.
That's
we'll have
great.
to have him in, and because he has a troupe that he's beginning to pull together.
There used to
man.
be a comedy group, like a Second City kind of thing here. There was a long time ago, and I haven't seen that in a long time. It'd be fun. I used to enjoy going to some of those meetings out in Los Angeles. And
there's just so much talent.
Doing the improv,
right,
where they come up with things on the spot. And you know what they say in there? You never say no. If somebody you have these little skits and you throw out something at me, instead of saying no, you always say yes and yes and
exactly.
You come up with a way to say yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in saying that, back to the show for just a second, it is like I say, we have about 30 in our group now. I mean, it's growing with leaps and bounds, and Ms. Lugaris, Betty Lugaris, is our CEO and mentor.
So what's your website so people can find out about where you guys are doing things?
That is media. It's www.mediaguilds.com, and our website is up now, and it's going to have a transition soon, but it will have. You can find us now at www.mediaguilds.com.
And you have your own personal email address if people are interested in hiring you.
Yes, it's pretty simple, actually. It's simplified. It's voice drama at cox.net.
Voice drama at cox.net. That's great.
If anybody's needing any work for me, wants to have me do any voiceovers,
yeah, you could do commercials, you could do skits, you could do whatever, And I know a lot of the advertisers that we have, a lot of advertisers, companies that want to advertise their products hire people that do voiceovers.
Yes, they do.
It's very nice business. I know in LA, it's kind of like it's a handful of people that get most of the work.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to break into a lot of it, I think, because there are a lot of studios that have their own people that they train. And of course, we were trained at the college, CSN, so that was how we got to know Betty Lugaris.
Yeah.
And it's been it's been a ride, let me tell you.
And sometimes people like Michael Leonetti, who have a distinct voice, sometimes they get typecast. And I'd like to hear Michael Leonetti do something like a straight, like accountant or something.
All right, listen, you. I can't cheat. on your taxes, I'll bust your legs, you son of a dirty, rotten mother. Listen,
I can't imagine why you get typecast.
I do. You know, today's Friday. Today's Friday.
It is.
Today's Friday, which is thank
my
God today's
gosh.
Friday.
Thank goodness.
And we'll tell everybody what, for those listeners that didn't get a chance to come to see the show.
Wednesday night
I know that
at Tuscany Grill.
Right, I know that John will.
Every Wednesday.
We'll give, once we do the show, we'll put up a clip on YouTube so people can see it. But we'll let you know what's going on. Again, ladies and gentlemen, we are sold out of show tickets.
For
no
Sunday night. Yeah.
more. But if you want to come, we'll put you at the bar.
Yeah.
Can't serve you dinner, but I'm not going to turn you down. And I'm going to tell you, please don't miss us because we got great. And again, a special thanks to Peter Peter Allen.
Peter Anthony Wynn. Peter Anthony Wynn and Stephanie Wynn over at Let's Talk About Your Hair.
Oh, they're great.
You guys, we've got some great gift bags that we're giving away. We've got Cafe de Cebu is going to put some of their flyers in there. Also, Let's Talk About Your Hair. They have $75 gift certificates
for everybody
in each bag. We've got 150 bags that we're given away to our people that are coming for the dinner on Sunday night. And you've got to be there. If you haven't gotten your ticket yet, you won't be able to get one. But if you're going to be there, you're going to be receiving a wonderful gift from Let's Talk About Your Hair over on West Charleston. That's 11. What is it? I don't know. It's between Hualapai and Town Center on West Charleston. And
$11,250. That kid donated $11,000.
What?
75 times 150.
Are you sure you did that
It's
right?
a calculator, sweetheart.
No.
You want to make a bet?
Really?
Go ahead. $11,250.
Really?
That's what that kid
Holy
gave us
Toledo.
for every person that's coming. So they gave us $70 for the dinner. We gave them their money back.
Oh my gosh!
And they made $5 on the back end.
And then also we've got I think Neil Colmenares is going to be putting something in the gift bag. Our attorney, and then also who else? Cafe de Cebu. White House Black Market is going to put something in there.
George from the
Pavers.
Pavers. We got a lot of great things. So
so they're going to put the special in there
and a recipe.
If you're just tuning in now, you're listening to Sandy Kastel and Friends Variety Show, and you never know what to expect here. So it is Friday, and we will see you Sunday night at Canyon Gate Country Club for the event of the year. Otherwise, we'll see you next Monday.
See you, everybody.
KLAD,
We love you, pal. See you Monday.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you to our KLAD team and Lotus Broadcasting.
Yeah, you sure, you dirty son of a...